Madam President.
Democratic
Are
Leader?
we in a quorum?
We're not.
Thank you, Madam President. Now, Madam President, I just listened to the Republican leader, and there was a glaring omission in his speech. He did not mention what the rally yesterday, my speech, or the case before the court was about: a woman's constitutional right to choose. To the women of America, what we're talking about here, what I am fighting for here, is your right to choose. An issue, of course, Leader McConnell completely ignored in his speech. I feel so passionately about this issue, and I feel so deeply the anger of women all across America about Senate Republicans in the courts working hand in glove to take down Roe v. Wade. I just read about a woman in Shreveport who, under the Louisiana law, now before the Supreme Court, would have to travel over 300 miles to exercise her constitutional freedoms. And this is happening in states across the country. Republican state legislatures are restricting a woman's right to choose so severely as to make it non-existent. And the courts are now likely to go along because Senate Republicans have confirmed nominees they believe will strip away a woman's rights and fundamentally change this country, going so far as to deny a duly elected president the right to pick a Supreme Court justice. Republicans are afraid here in the Senate to confront this issue directly, so they try to accomplish through the courts what they'd never accomplish in the court of public opinion, and they leave women out in the cold. So yes, I am angry. The women of America are angry. And yes, we will continue to fight for a woman's right to choose. I will continue to fight for the women of America. Now, I should not have used the words I used yesterday. They didn't come out the way I intended to. My point was that there would be political consequences for President Trump and Senate Republicans if the Supreme Court, with the newly confirmed justices, stripped away a woman's right to choose. Of course, I didn't intend to suggest anything other than political and public opinion consequences for the Supreme Court, and it is a gross distortion to imply otherwise. I'm from Brooklyn. We speak in strong language. I shouldn't have used the words I did, but in no way was I making a threat. I never would do such a thing. And Leader McConnell knows that. And Republicans who are busy manufacturing outrage over these comments know that too. Now, what will remain long after the clamor over my comments dies down is the issue at hand: a woman's constitutional right to choose and Republican attempts to invalidate it. The fact that my Republican colleagues have worked systematically over the course of decades to install the judicial infrastructure to take down Roe v. Wade and do very real damage to the country and to the American way of life, that is the issue that will remain. And I owe an obligation to the women of America to fight for their constitutional rights. I yield the floor.